Stay informed, stay aware, stay safe. Today is a First Alert Weather Alert Day. This is WDAM 7 News.
That's right, Pine Belt. Today is a First Alert Weather Day, and our weather team has been tracking the conditions all day for you. Our chief meteorologist is here with the very latest. Patrick.
Yeah, Carrie, we're still tracking that squall line. It's currently off towards our west right now. It is basically lined up now from just to the east of Jackson out towards Pelahatchie, now coming through portions of Simpson County through the western part. And now it's knocking on our doorstep. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Lawrence County and now for Walthall County for those storms, as you see, lined up all the way to Macomb right now. And the biggest concern with this that we've been watching is for winds in excess of 50 to 60 miles an hour with the squall line, and we've also seen a few little vortices kind of mixing in here or there, but they haven't been lasting long enough for them to issue a tornado warning. But that is why we're under the tornado watch, and as you can see, very heavy thunderstorms now just off towards our west this evening. It was an active scene about an hour ago up in the city of Jackson. They had a confirmed tornado roll across downtown just to the west of the ballpark. All that's kind of weakened a little bit, but they still do have tornado warnings up here as far as, I think, what is that, Webster County, I believe it is. Just kind of north up and around the Golden Triangle area right now as that line of storms continues to march off towards the east. Right now, the entire part of the Pine Belt west of I-59 is under a tornado watch until 8 o'clock, and I do expect a new tornado watch to come out for our counties not highlighted here, Wayne, Perry, and Greene County. I expect to see that coming up later on this evening. But there it is, the watch in effect until 8 o'clock as that line of storms continues to move through the area. And again, the biggest threat that we're going to be seeing, straight line winds. Some of those could be as high as maybe 80 miles an hour, and also the possibility for a few spin up tornadoes. So we're going to be watching that threat very carefully. But right now, the worst is knocking on our doorstep, but I do expect the conditions to start going downhill a little bit in the next couple of hours as that line continues to march from the west to the east. So right now it's about to come into the viewing area. Slowed down a little bit, but I think things are going to go downhill later this evening. We're going to be here throughout the rest of the night to keep you safe and informed until this storm is past. But for more about what's going on, let's toss it to Carrie.
All right, thank you, Patrick. Here's a look at the current conditions on the roads. You're looking at Highway 49 and Hardy Street. As Patrick was just telling you, nothing is in our area just yet. So far, you're just seeing a lot of clouds. Again, the wind has been an issue all day long, very strong wind right now. So if you have to be out, please be careful and use cautions out on the road. Our team is also out in the WDAM storm tracker right now. We're driving through Oak Grove. As you can see, no rain yet, no serious conditions to tell you about just yet, just that wind that's been a concern all day across the Pine Belt. We also received a report nearly an hour ago that a traffic light fell on 40th Avenue. Our Mia Monet is there now. Mia.
Hey everyone, I'm out here at the intersection of O'Farrell Street and South 40th Avenue where a downed power line was taken out by the wind that's been gusting here. Of course, as you all can tell, you can kind of see it. They're actually fixing it right now. It was dangling much closer to the street a few moments ago, but crews are out here working really, really hard to get this light back up and working. If you are driving down 40th Avenue, you will be redirected because this light is still out. They are still blocking off the street and they're trying to get it back up, but it looks like it will be back up in just minutes from now. So please be careful while you are driving out there right now, and please still avoid this intersection until it is completely fixed and ready for people to drive under it. For now, reporting in Hattiesburg, I'm Mia Monet, WDAM 7.
Thank you so much, Mia. And there has already been damage reported around the state. Here in the Pine Belt, Hattiesburg police report several limbs and trees fell. This tree fell on South 31st Avenue near Lorraine Street. The downed trees are cleared at this time. And the governor's mansion in Jackson also had damage due to a fallen tree. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. Now, if you have damage that you want us to see, you can upload videos and photos on WDAM.com. Some of the damage caused hundreds of people in Hattiesburg to be without power today. Our Caroline Wood is tracking those outages for you right now. Caroline.
Yeah, Carrie, I've been keeping an eye on power outages throughout the day, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the live outage maps right now so we can see what conditions are looking like currently in terms of power outage. I'll go ahead and click over to this screen so you can see what I'm seeing and refresh the page here. This is Mississippi Power's live outage map. Right now they are reporting 366 total customers are without power. And in our area, if you look, it's looking like some of that's happening in Hattiesburg, some in Ellisville, in those areas. And we'll go ahead and take a look at Dixie Electric and refresh their page as well so we get the latest numbers. They have 227 members affected. And we'll scroll down here so you can see that as well. Looks like a good number of those are happening in the Petal area there. And then when we look at Pearl River Valley Electric, they are currently reporting 51 members affected without power. And that's largely happening in our viewing area here down toward Camp Shelby. And then finally, if we look at the Southern Pine Electric outage map, you can see when we refresh the page here, now their numbers are a little bit different. So the ones in orange are predicted outages and the ones in red are the actual confirmed outages. And right now, according to this number, they've got 3,353 members without power. And you can also look at their maps here to see those specific areas. And down here toward Hattiesburg, it looks like they are predicting 368 outages right now. And you can see all of these. We have a story up on our website, WDAM.com, with a list of the power outages. But for now, I'm going to send things back to you guys in the studio. Carrie.
All right, thank you so much, Caroline. There are several shelters that are open in the Pine Belt for folks to ride out the severe weather. Our Will Polston is in Forest County with a look at how the Forest County Safe Shelter is holding up. Will.
Good evening, everybody. Things are, over the last, I'd say, probably about an hour or maybe an hour and a half, things have really started to seem to have picked up here in Forest County. The darker clouds are starting to roll in a little bit from the west, and the wind is starting to pick up a little bit more. In my last shot, I was blocked by the wall, so I tried to step out here just in case you saw my shirt flying around a little bit. But right now here at the Forest County shelter, there is still plenty of room for families if you are looking to seek shelter from today's storm. Now, if you live anywhere over 5 minutes away from a shelter or from the place that you would like to go to try to get away from the storm, you need to make that decision soon. You do not want to be caught out here in these storms. I got the chance to talk earlier with the Covington County EMA Director, Brandon Chancellor, and he said that cars on the road can be pushed around from winds as low as 12 miles per hour. Think about that, folks. We're seeing gusts anywhere 40s, 50s, maybe even higher. So make sure you are safe on those roadways if you have to travel. If not, obviously find that safe spot in your home. But for those people who are looking for shelter today, the EMA has opened up storm shelters. I know for sure in Forest County, they opened up today around 1 p.m. And then over in Jones County, they opened up around 3 p.m. earlier this afternoon as well. So make sure you're out there, make sure you're able to find those safe spaces, and then make sure you get to those destinations sooner rather than later. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio, live in Hattiesburg. Will Polston, WDAM 7 on your side.
All right, thank you so much, Will. Here's a look at some of the other shelters open in the Pine Belt. The Lamar County shelter is open in Purvis at 105 at Central Industrial Row. The Jones County 361 Safe Room is open at 1425 Ellisville Boulevard in Laurel. And Wayne County just opened its courtroom as a safe place at 613 Court Street in Waynesboro. Now, with the gusty winds we're seeing, our Charles Harrington is outside right now in the front of WDAM in Jones County, keeping up with the conditions for us. Charles.
Hey, good evening, everyone, from the very windy studios here at WDAM TV in the Moselle East Abuchi area of South Jones County. Like all of you, we've been experiencing a very windy day today, and like all of you, we're waiting for the worst part of the storm to come through, which could hit us in the next hour or two. In the meantime, we've been monitoring the winds out here to see how things are going. We had a very impressive wind gust about 20 miles an hour just a short time before the newscast. So I've got a portable little weather meter here. We're going to record what our latest winds are out here real quick. Just bear with me for a second. not very impressive, 3.5 miles an hour, but we've been varying between 10 to 15 miles an hour over the last 15 to 20 minutes, and we had nearly a 20-mile-an-hour gust right before the newscast tonight. So it's been up and down, but those winds are likely to pick up here in the next hour or two as we move through the storm. We've already had some reports of some downed trees in Petal, Hattiesburg, Columbia, and Summerall, and some sporadic power outages as well. But for now, we're going to leave it there. One more time really quick to see how we're doing on our weather, our wind. Not very impressive yet, about 4 miles an hour, but that's likely to change. But for now, reporting from WDAM Studios, Charles Harrington, WDAM 7 on your side. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Charles. Ellisville police officers are working a dangerous scene along Highway 11. The department posted on Facebook that Highway 11 is closed from Laurel Street to Main Street. Power lines are down. These are pictures the department posted. Ellisville police say Mississippi Power is unable to get to the ground to the power line until the storm system moves through Jones County.
We're still tracking that line of severe thunderstorms currently off towards our west. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect basically for western portions of Smith County, down Lawrence and towards Walthall County. As this line marches east, we're going to be watching it for the potential of spin-up tornadoes and possibly some winds as high as 80 miles an hour. We're going to track it for you coming up right after the break.